Restoring my Golf R, my Mark 7 Golf R. Welcome to a lovely Wednesday morning actually. I'm out on a drive and yeah, you join me in my 2017 Mark 7 Golf R, which I've shared on the channel for the last 9 years. The car's on 65,000 miles. And I wanted to share something that's been on my mind and I really could use your help in the comments and in the community actually. Now, all the stuff that I'm going to talk about in terms of restoring my Golf R, generally, well, it's all cosmetic really. The car is, touch wood, has been bulletproof in terms of mechanically. I've kept it up to speed and date, and I need to have a little bit of a think. After 9 years of VW main service history, do I need to go to a specialist? I don't know, we'll have to see. Maybe for another video, that one. But there's a couple of things which I've been thinking about, which have just been getting on my nerves a little bit about the car. And what I'll do is once I've done this drive, I'll stop and I'll just do a little bit of a walk around of some of the stuff which could use a little bit of like coming back into life, basically. You know, that's the truth. So first thing that's kind of been getting to me a little bit have been the lights. So on these Mark 7 Golf Rs, they have these bi-xenons and they're quite known and notorious for getting like misted up. That's one thing, but this hasn't got misted. It's just got loads of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the surface of it has got some like watermarks on it and you just can't get them off. I reckon if you probably got a proper polisher mitt thing which spun, you probably could. So I don't know if that can be restored. I don't know anyone who is good at doing that. But basically when I clean the car, that stays sort of like spotted with like rain spots. I don't know if I only noticed it after I had someone else clean the car, which one of the first times I've ever had someone else clean my car, and they cleaned under the bonnet essentially, and I think some of the water got in from the bonnet to the lights, which is a bit of a shame, but that is where we're at. The lights work fine for reference and they're good on that front. You could also get a new set of lights, but I think that's a bit extreme. They work fine and they're one of the highlights of the Golf R actually, particularly these Mark 7s. You have like 4 quad lights on them, so they look pretty cool. So that's one thing that's just kind of letting the car down. And I actually had the car on display. I had it on display at Goodwood Motor Circuit, which was pretty cool. And the car was looking great, but there was just a few things that, you know, I've got on my mind that might need a little bit of a touch up, let's just say. So yeah, any comments on any of the things that I talk about would be really, really helpful actually, really helpful, because I know you can kind of restore them in some ways. I don't know if they just need a polish, and then you have to put some sort of glazing over them, I think, afterwards as well. The next one is the never-ending diamond cut alloy wheels on these Cadiz wheels. They're just really, all of them are heavily corroded, and I don't really know what to do about them, because if I go for getting them recut, you can only do that a certain amount of times. It technically makes the wheel a little bit weaker, and there's no reason why they just wouldn't corrode again. You know, it rains a lot in this country, there's lots of exposure to it. It's difficult. I could have them powder coated, some sort of gunmetal grey potentially, that is an option. But again, you know, I use this car all the time, well, as much as I need to, and you know, some sort of gunmetal grey might look quite cool, perhaps. So that's another option. The other thing is the front bonnet. It's got a few, like 1 or 2 stone chips which are kind of coming to rust, one bigger one. Now, the paint on these Mark 7s 2017 is actually really, really thick. If you do like a paint gauge thing, they're really, really good as compared to the latest stuff. Like I've seen some stuff on the Edition 50 with people getting the dark moss green, and the paint is like, I think like a quarter of the thickness of like these cars, which is just ridiculous really, but that's just the way, because obviously it's toxic and they have to reduce the stuff, so that's just kind of what they do. So there's that. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, maybe getting that sort of touched up might be one thing, but that's probably in the list of priorities. I'm probably doing it in order, I would say. So the lights are probably the main thing, then the wheels, then the body, and then that's kind of it on the outside, because there's no real issues with it. There's no dents, there's no scratches, there's no anything really. Nothing that can't be sort of sorted by a polish if needed. On the inside, The wheel could use perhaps a bit of a retrim after 65,000 miles. It's got a bit of a mark here which appeared this year. Yeah, I could get that retrimmed. The gear knob, you know, it's a manual gearbox mine. Oh yeah, I should say 3-door manual 2017. It's an April 2017 car, so it's pre-OPF. I love it. It's why I started the whole channel 9 years ago, to be honest. And then I just spoke about this car all the time on the videos. In the exact same way I did here, I would stick my GoPro, now a DJI Action, where you guys are in between the headrest, because obviously it doesn't vibrate or make any noise. And then I would just chat, almost like I'm chatting to you guys as a passenger, really. So that's the things in the inside. The gear knob, which isn't a big deal, that's probably quite an easy one, and the steering wheel retrim. I think once those are done, that's pretty much it. I'm not one to make something like concourse or immaculate. You know, the car is in really nice condition. I keep it really, really well. And, you know, again, I have a lot of press cars. Well, a lot of press cars. I have press cars and other stuff that I drive. And I don't actually commute anywhere because, you know, my only commuting is really for sharing a few videos or going to see a manufacturer or something like that. Yeah, so that's kind of where it's at. Obviously, all those things are going to cost some money, but I'm kind of happy to put some stuff into it. I have actually got a cool press car coming next month, which I'm really excited to share. I've got it for a week. I love sharing stuff which is like, you don't know how long stuff like that is going to last, basically. That's kind of been the motto, really, particularly with the petrol stuff. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts if you can think of anyone. I'm in the Hertfordshire area, and I know there's a lot of places in sort of Bedfordshire. If anyone's got any recommendations, it'd be great to just take it to a one-stop shop. That would be great to them to sort of do it all. I've heard of like APS Brackley. It's a little bit far away from me, but that's kind of what I'm potentially thinking, because I might take my car there now for servicing, because even though I've got a full VW service history, it's like the car's getting into a stage now where everything's so different to this. I mean, I love it. Manual dials. It's a good car to have for me personally. Yeah, that's really it. The seats are really good. I mean, I'm quite a light, slim person, I'll be honest, but the car's held up really, really well. And actually, it's a testament to these Mark 7 Golf Rs personally, and Mark 7 Golfs in general. I mean, yesterday I was in a £119,000 Audi SQ7, right? You may have seen the videos. I would recommend checking them out, because that was an incredible car. I got out of that and into this, and I was just like, oh, maybe it's because I've had this car for so long and I know it so well. But even like the seats, by not even being leather, by being cloth, it's just a little bit softer. Obviously sit lower, the car drives really, really well. It's plenty quick enough. It doesn't need 500 horsepower, it's only got 300, because it doesn't weigh 2.3 tons. It weighs, you know, just under 1.5 tons, 1,470 kilos in 3-door manual configuration. And obviously going through the manual gearbox and stuff, and yeah, I spent time in a 992.2 Carrera T, which was in a manual on track, which I absolutely loved, and the manual gearbox in that was great. And I was just like, oh man, this is why I have to have it in my life in some ways, and who knows again how long they're going to last. You just don't know. Yeah, so those are the parts. But what I will do, I thought he might have gone, but he's not going to go. I'll show you the parts that kind of need restoring, quote unquote. I mean, there is that other option of just being like, it's a car. When it tells you it needs something, get it fixed. And once you do one thing, where do you stop? But at the same point, I'm like, I feel like the car kind of deserves it. That's where I'm at. I've sort of always been on the fence of like, should I just get another clean Mark 7.5 Golf R, maybe in a manual? I know of one that my friend has, which he keeps stored in a garage, like underground in London. It's a super great car, super high spec, it's got every option. That would be something that I would potentially be considering, but I love limestone grey. It's so subtle, it looks so good, and like all the light, yeah, everything about it, I love it. That's why I've shared it on the channel for so long. But I tell you what, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments of where I could go and what I could do and how it could work. But I will park up somewhere and I will just briefly share with you the lights, the wheels, the stone chips, and everything kind of else around it, and also just a bit closer of the wheel and the gear knob. So yeah, join me in a second with that. So parked up, and I thought I'd show you the inside just on the 2 bits that I can see which kind of needs doing. By the way, no sort of rattles or anything in the car. Seats are so good, and actually anyone that I've had in here as passengers, they basically said it's like brand new. The car needs a bit of a clean, but yeah, it's good. And I love this car so much. One thing, check that out, 38.1 mpg, and we're on a full tank. I've been trying different fuels actually, because I often have done Tesco 99 Momentum, which I still do, but I've been trying Shell V-Power 99, and actually I know it's more expensive. I've noticed a little bit better fuel look on, you know, just I'm so hypersensitive with this car, it even sounds a little bit different. So I've sort of been playing around with it, and actually on this tank it's sort of a bit of half and half, half 99 Momentum, half Shell. And if you have the Shell app, you can get like discounts on it. Again, some things to play around with, and it just shows how I feel I kind of treat the car. It's super good. But yeah, let's start. So the gear knob, I mean, it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I remember one of my first videos, I think I just did a thumbnail which was that 9 years ago. Yeah, it's just a little bit worn. I mean, it's just a case of coming up, but actually it's really good quality on the metal. Yeah, I guess that just comes off. The actual gaiter looks all right. That could just be one thing to change. Again, part of me is kind of like, well, why don't you just keep it? Because like the character of it, it shows, you know, that's the level of the car. The steering wheel, yeah, you can definitely tell it's kind of lost it's got like a glaze sort of shine over it. I don't know if it needs like a retrim, and it's got this mark just shown there, just across. I don't know if that comes up. Yeah, and these wheels, I mean, it's held up well. I mean, 65,153 miles over the 9 years. This is an X demo, so I've got this 3 months old with about 1,500 miles on the clock. And actually, I'll leave up, because when I had it on display at Goodwood at the motor circuit, I wrote a little bit about it. I wrote about 2 pages on it, and I just put it on the front. I had like a scanned QR code to get to my YouTube channel, and I had like my booklet of when I purchased the car, because obviously it was a VW car, so I had to have everything for it. And it was quite nice to kind of show it off, and it had a good clean too. But let's step outside. I'll turn off the car, make sure it's all right. And I'll just share with you briefly, well, first of all, how much I love this car and how high quality it is. Because if you check stuff like this, this is what gets to me. Like in the night, that, when it all goes blue, it just looks so cool, so cool. Yeah, my car, so excuse the dirt. Let's start with the lights. But can you see, this is not actually just the dirt. This is like, oh, it's never going to come up, is it? Can you see it's like white watermark spots kind of all over it? I'll try and share it on the other light as well. But they're such cool lights, it's such a shame really. Yeah, it doesn't like, it just needs a proper like mitt to like polish it or something, or to be restored. Let me know what you think I can kind of do about that. The other one, it's exactly the same really. It doesn't matter how long you kind of clean it for. It just has that kind of, yeah, that's just kind of what they do. I don't know if this is going to come out okay, but yeah, that's just one thing with it. Hopefully it looks all right. Stone chip wise, you can see there it's got a little bit of rust just shown there. That's kind of the main one. I don't think there is any other stone chips actually. That's kind of the main chip. And then here you've got the spots of corrosion. This wheel's probably one of the best ones. It's also really dirty. I don't even know how to clean that. Someone might even have to take the wheel off to do that. But that's on like all the wheels. If you come around to here as well, you got spots like that. Oh, it's just awful. It's not so good. But the wheel's in good condition. They're all looking pretty good. I've come inside because literally every single person has decided to turn up and park next to my car. The difficulties of filming when you just want to do a tiny little walk around outside. But yeah, it's things I've got to think about, I guess, as well. And I think that's kind of the majority of them. Whether or not I do it, whether or not I just do nothing and just keep the car in good condition, that's kind of definitely an option. But definitely let me know your thoughts, what would be your best course, because I don't really know. You know, nothing really lasts forever. You know, this car will eventually perish. You know, it's done so well now. Do I give it this sort of restoration? And I don't really kind of want to do it in like tiny stages. I kind of just would just want to get it all done. Like I wouldn't want to just get the lights done and then not have something else done. So it's a tricky one. I've also thought about maybe putting Pretorias on it, because I quite like the 18-inch Pretorias actually. That could be an option, obviously keeping it sort of in OEM sort of spec. I know they came in 19s. Yeah, those are kind of my thoughts, and I'm curious to let you know. But yeah, I just gave it a little bit of a dust down because so you can see how kind of shiny it is and how good it's kind of looking. The car has been great. It's served me well. Haven't really had any issues, certainly recently. I'm still always quite surprised how it starts up. You know, have it parked up, particularly like if I had a press car for a week, it's not being used for a week. And yeah, there's never any harm of it just starting and working. Yeah, I guess it could just use like a detail as well. That's one thing to sort some things out. I quite like doing the inside. Yeah, that's kind of the option. There's a really nice grey Touareg Black Edition part there. Yeah, I don't really want to go around the car, but it looks cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Restoring my Golf R. And obviously if I do all these things, I'll share it with you, and I'll give a little bit of a breakdown of like, you know, I don't know what the costs could kind of involved around it. But certainly the lights, because for me, particularly when it gets dark and wintry, I think that could be something which potentially help. That could potentially be something which, you know, blocks out some of the light, particularly when it's dark and difficult. So that's one thing. The wheels, the left side is probably not as bad, the ones that you just saw, but it's just still a bit of a frustration. They need sort of like a proper clean, really, more than anything. That's the thing. And then the stone chip with a little bit of rust, I guess that needs sort of potentially sorting. It's just like a little, I mean, that's a tiny one. The paint, the quality of these cars is so good. This is peak VW for me. And I was looking at a Golf R 20 years, and even when I see the pictures, it's just not doing it. The car drives great, but I was just like, oh, I just prefer this. I just do. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. The more that I'm thinking about it inside, the rest of the car is so good. But yeah, obviously your touch points, the gear knob and that could be done. And I guess the gear knob is something like an eBay job, but I do like my OEM stuff. I'm quite particular, so I don't know if VW could even do this. Thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Restoring my Golf R, my Mark 7 Golf R. What do you think? And if you've got any questions that I haven't answered, or if you've got any other further thoughts, let me know in the comments below. It's a community channel at the end of the day. And yeah, there's plenty more stuff to come. I've got a lot planned actually in coming up. Cool press card to share. There's an event or two. So yeah, stuff to share. So exciting times, and I wish you well for the rest of the day.